page 167. And the last headword was the worst, a new word type of lesson. Okay, so let's start with revision. Ready? Here we
Okay.
go. The most people in your country live in houses or flats. The most people in your country live in houses or flats. Most people in my
The most
country
of people in
live
my
in.
country live in a house.
Very good. How many floors are there in your building? How many floors are there in your building? There are
There are 5 floors in
in
my
my.
building.
Very good. Is Japan near England? Is Japan near England? No,
No,
Japan
Japan
isn't.
isn't near England.
It's far from England.
Far from England.
Very good. Is France further from England than China? Is France further from England than China? No, France
No,
isn't
France
further from
isn't
England
farther from
than
England
China.
than
It's
China.
nearer England than
It's
China.
nearer than
It's ne-
England than
uh,
China.
it's nearer England than
It's nearer
China.
than China.
Very good. Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of these three countries, France, Greece, and Japan, which is the nearest to England? Of those three
For those
countries,
3 countries,
France,
France,
Greece, and Japan,
Greece, and Japan,
France is the nearest
are
to
France
England.
the nearest to England.
Very good. And which of these three countries is the furthest from England? And which of these three countries is the furthest from England? Of those three
Of
countries,
those 3 countries,
Japan is the
France,
furthest. Japan
Japan
is the
is the
furthest from England.
farthest from England.
Very good. Okay. What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? What do I say to you at the beginning of the lesson? You say
You
good evening to me
say good evening to
at
me
the
at the beginning
beginning
of
of the
the
lesson.
lesson.
Very good. What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? What do I say to you at the end of the lesson? You say goodbye to
Say
me
to me, you say goodbye to me
at the at the
at
end
the end
of the lesson.
of
Very good. Does January come at the end of the year? Does January come at the end of the year? No,
no
January
January
doesn't come
doesn't
at the end
come
of the
at
year.
the end of the
It
year.
comes at the beginning
Comes
of the
at the
year.
beginning of the year.
Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? Does Saturday come at the beginning of the week? No,
No,
Saturday
doesn't
doesn't come at the
come at the
beginning of the week. It comes at the end of the week.
comes at, it be, it
The end
comes at the end of the
week.
week.
Very one more. It comes at the end of the week.
Comes end of the week.
Very good. Is the sun shining at the moment? Is the sun shining at the moment? Yes or no?
No, the sun does isn't
Isn't.
shining at the moment.
Very good. Does the sun shine during the night? Does the sun shine during the night? No, the sun
No,
doesn't
the
shine
sun
during the night.
shines during the night.
Very good. Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? Can we see well during the night if the moon isn't shining? No, we can't
No, I
see
can't
well
see
during the
well.
night if the moon isn't shining. We see
Shining.
badly.
We see badly.
Very good. Do you go to bed early? Do you go to bed early? Yes or no?
No, I don't go to bed early.
I go to bed late.
I go to bed late.
Very good. Do you get up early? Do you get up early? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
get up at more.
I get up
Yes, I get
early.
up early in the morning.
Very good. Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? Do the students generally come into the classroom later than the teacher? No, the
No,
students don't
student doesn't
generally come.
come
Don't
into
generally
the
come. One more.
classroom.
More. No, the students
No,
don't
the
generally
student
come. Don't
no,
generally come
generally come
into the classroom later
the
than the
classroom
teacher.
later than
They
teacher.
generally come into
They
the
generally
classroom
come to the
earlier than
classroom
he does.
earlier than he
He
does.
does. Very good. Who gets up the earliest in your family? Who gets up the earliest in your family? You.
I'm the
I get up the
I
earliest
get up the earliest in
in
my family.
right. Who gets up the latest in your family? Who gets up the latest in your family? My
My father
gets
is
up.
the
My father
get,
gets up the
my
latest
father
in
is
my
the
family.
in my family.
Very good. Is it light during the night? Is it light during the night? No, it isn't
No,
light during the night.
it's
It's
night.
dark during the night.
It's dark through
Du-
the night.
during the night. Very good.
During the night.
Is it dark in there now? Is it dark in there now? No, it isn't
No,
dark
it
in
isn't
here
dark
now. It's
here
light.
now. It's light.
Can you see in the dark? Can you see in the dark? No, I can't
No,
see
I
in the
can't
dark.
see in the
Where do you live near a station? Do you live near a station? Yes or no?
I live nearest. I
Station.
live in near station.
Well, yes, I live near a station.
Yes, I
Live
live
near a station.
a station.
Where is the station far from there? Is the station far from there? No, the station
No,
isn't
the
far from
station
here.
isn't far
It's
from
near here.
here. It's near here.
Very good. What's a millionaire? What's a millionaire? A millionaire is a person
A millionaire
who
is a
has a
person
million pounds or more.
pound or more.
Very good. Tell me the names of some millionaires. Tell me the names of some millionaires besides the two of us, please. The names
Uh,
of some millionaires.
the
Names
names
of
of
some
million,
millionaires
the names of some millionaires
are Bill
are
Gates, Queen Elizabeth, Elon
Bill
Musk,
Gates, Queen Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth,
uh
Elon Musk,
etc.
and Ariel.
Ah, very good. Have you got as much money as a millionaire? Have you got as much money as a millionaire? No, I haven't got as
No,
much
I
money
haven't got
as a
much
millionaire.
money as a millionaire.
I've got less money
I've got
than a
less money
millionaire.
than a millionaire.
Where it is Mount Everest very high? Is Mount Everest very high? Yes, Mount
Yes,
Everest
Mount
very high.
Everest is high.
Are there very few people in China? Are there very few people in China? No, there aren't.
No,
Very
there
few
aren't
people in
people in
China.
China.
There are very
There are
many people
very many
in
people in
China.
China.
Very good. Is it very cold in Africa? Is it very cold in Africa? No, it
No,
isn't
Af-
very cold
it isn't very
in
cold in
Africa.
Africa.
It's very hot in Africa.
It's very hot in Africa.
Is Japan very near England? Is Japan very near England? No,
No,
Japan
Japan
isn't very near England.
isn't very near in England.
It's very far from England.
Very far from England.
Do you get up very early? Do you get up very early? Yes or no?
Yes, I get up
Very
very
early.
early
Do you speak English
in the.
very well? Do you speak English very well? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I speak.
speak English very well.
Very good. What
I
message?
speak English.
What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? What message do we generally write inside a Christmas card? The message we
The
generally
message
write
we
inside
generally
a
like
Christmas card is a
Christmas
Merry
card,
Christmas
the
and
Merry
a
Christmas
Happy New Year.
year.
What does the word merry mean in Japanese? What does the word merry mean in Japanese? The word
The
merry
word
means
merry
tanoshi in
means
Japanese.
in Japanese.
Are people generally merry if they drink a lot of wine? Are people generally merry if they drink a lot of wine? Yes,
Yes,
people are generally
people are
merry if they
merry.
drink a lot of
They
wine.
drink wine.
What do the word happy mean in Japanese? What does the word happy mean in Japanese? The word happy
The word
means
of happy means
幸せ
幸せ in
in
Japanese.
Japanese. Do you feel sad when you go on holiday? Do you feel sad when you go on holiday? No, I
No, I
don't
don't
feel
feel
sad
proud
when I go on
when
holiday. I feel happy.
I feel happy.
Very good. Are my hands apart? Are my hands apart? No, your
No,
hands aren't
hands
apart.
are not
They're
apart.
together.
They are together.
Very good. Do you live apart from your family? Do you live apart from your family? Yes or no?
Yes, I live apart from my family.
Right. Are you in that room together with other people? Are you in that room together with other people? Yes or no?
No,
I'm not
I'm
in
not
this room
in
together
this
with
room
other
together
people.
with other people.
Very good. What do
I
you I'm alone
I'm alone.
or by myself. Very good. Next. What do you eat for your lunch apart from meat? What do you eat for your lunch apart from meat? I eat
I eat
uh,
rice at
and
lunch apart from meat.
very good. One more. I eat rice for my
I eat
lunch
rice
apart from meat
on
for
my
my
lunch
lunch.
apart from
Very good.
on my
For my lunch.
for my lunch
Uh-huh. Apart from meat.
apart from me.
Very good. Do you study anything apart from English? Do you study anything apart from English? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I
study
something apart from
something
English.
apart from English.
Apart from me, is anybody in this room sitting? Apart from me, is anybody in this room sitting? No.
No,
Apart from
apart
you,
from you,
nobody in that room is
in
sitting.
that room is sitting.
Who lives in your flat apart from you? Who lives in your flat apart from you? Nobody lives in my flat
Nobody lives in
apart
my
from
flat
me.
apart from me.
Very good. Okay, do you speak English better than Japanese? Do you speak English better than Japanese? No, I
No,
don't
I
speak
don't
English
speak
better
English
than
better
Japanese.
than
I
Japanese.
speak it worse
I speak
than
it worse
Japanese.
than Japanese.
Very good. Do you think Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole? Do you think Tokyo is a worse place to live in than the North Pole? No, I
No,
don't think
I
Tokyo
don't
is a
think
worse
Tokyo
place to
is
live
worth
in
to
than the
live
North
in
Pole.
than
I
North
think
Pole.
it's a better
I
place
think
to
it's
live
a better
in
place
than the North
in
Pole.
North Pole.
Where is Toyota a better car than a Rolls Royce? Is Toyota a better car than a Rolls Royce? No, a Toyota
So,
isn't a
no, I
better
thought
car
that it is a better
than a
car
Rolls Royce.
than Rolls
It's a
Royce.
worse car than a
A
Rolls
worst car,
Royce.
worse car than
A Rolls
Rolls Royce.
Royce, yeah, but it's Toyota is better for me. Okay.
Yes.
Is is the Cinema A a worse cinema than Cinema B? Is the Cinema A worse cinema than Cinema B? No, the Cinema A
No,
isn't
Cinema
a
A
worse cinema. The
worst
Cinema
cinema
B,
than Cinema
it's a
B.
better cinema than the
It's
Cinema
better
B.
than the Cinema B.
Very good. When do we use capital letters? When do we use capital letters? We use capital
We
letters
use
at
a
the
capital
beginning of
letter
a
at the
sentence
beginning of
for
a
the
sentence
pronoun I
for the pronoun
and
I.
for the first letter
The first
of
letter
people's names, place
of people's
names,
name,
days of the
place
week,
name,
months of the year,
weeks
days
of
of the
the
week, days of the week,
days of the week,
months of the year,
month of the year,
nationalities, and languages.
nationality, and the languages.
Very good. Where do you think is the best place in your country to live? Where do you think is the best place in your country to live? I think
I think the best place
in
to
my
live
country to live
my country in my country to live in
is
Niigata
prefecture.
is
Very good. In Niigata. Okay.
mm, mm, mm.
Which do you think is the worst day of the week? Which do you think is the worst day of the week? I think
I think the worst day of the week is
is
Thursday.
very good. What was your best subject at school? What was your best subject at school? My best
My
subject at
best
school
subject
was
at school was Japanese.
Japanese. Very good. What was your worst subject at school? What was your worst subject at school? My worst subject
My
at
worst
school
subject
was
at school was gymnastic.
gym. Oh, that's very difficult. That's correct. Okay, very good. Okay, so that's the end of our revision. Okay, let's have
Okay.
new work. Very good.
Mm,
Okay, so repeat game.
Team.
One more. Game.
Game.
Yeah. Rugby.
Rugby.
Golf.
Golf.
Basketball.
Basketball.
Very good. Okay, listen. The words game, rugby, golf, and basketball are all nouns. For example, children like to play games. The names of some games in which we use a ball are football, tennis, rugby, golf, basketball, etc. Okay, so let's practice. What kind of games do you like the best? What kind of games do you like the best? The kind of games
The kind
I
of
like the
games
best
I
are
like the best are
what?
rugby,
And
golf,
uh golf
basketball.
and basketball. Oh, how about baseball? Japan is world champion in baseball. Very good. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, people love it, but
You don't.
I'm not.
Yeah, me too. I'm not so interested in baseball. Very good. Okay, next. Do children like playing games? Do children like playing games? Yes. Children
Yes,
like playing
children like
games.
playing games.
Tell me the name of a card game. Tell me the name of a card game, please. The name of a card
The
game
name of
is
a card game is
what?
I really don't know what
Like poker.
Oh,
Poker or
poker.
blackjack or Uno, Trump.
Oh,
Okay, very good. Next,
mm,
like a card. Okay, next. Name me some games in which we use a ball. Name me some games in which we use a ball, please. Some games in
some
which
games
we use a
in which
ball
we use a
are
ball,
football, tennis,
football,
rugby,
tennis,
golf,
rugby,
basketball,
golf,
etc.
basketball, etc.
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Look at,
Look at,
watch.
watch.
Very good. Okay, listen. The difference between to look at and to watch is that we use to look at for something that is still not moving, whereas we use the word to watch for something that is moving. Okay, so let's practice. What's the difference between to look at and to watch? What's the difference between to look at and to watch? The difference between
Difference
to look
between
at
to look
and to watch
at and to
is
watch
that we
is
use to look at
we use
for
to look at
something that is still,
something that still,
whereas we use to
whereas
watch
we use
for
the
something
watch
that is
for
moving.
something that is moving.
Very good. Okay, look at my hand. Look at my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm looking at your hand.
I'm looking at your hand.
Now watch my hand. Watch my hand, please. What are you doing? I'm watching your hand.
I'm watching your hand.
Yeah, because it's moving. Okay, it's kind of dizzy. Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? Is it right to say I'm watching that picture? No,
No,
it
it
isn't
isn't
right
right
to say
because
you're watching
the
that picture.
you say you are watching the picture
Why not? Why not? Because that picture
because the
still.
picture is still.
What must I say instead? What must I say instead? You must say you're
You
looking
must
at
say
that
you
picture.
are looking at the picture.
Very good. Is it right to say we look at the game of football? Is it right to say we look at the game of football? No, it
No,
isn't
it
right to
isn't
say
right.
we look at
Say we look
a
at
game of
the,
football.
the game of football
Why not? Why not? Because a game of football
because a
moves.
game of football is uh,
Football
the game of
moves.
moves.
Very good. What must we say instead? What must we say instead? We must say we
We
watch
must
a
say
game of
we watch
football instead.
a game of football instead.
Right? Do you like watching television? Do you like watching television? Yes or no?
Yes, I
I like
like watching
watching television.
television.
Very good. Next repeat. Bye.
Buy,
Okay, very good. Listen. The word buy is a verb. Okay, so buy is a verb. For example, I buy my food from a shop near where I live. You buy. Okay, let's practice. Where do you buy your food? Where do you buy your food? I buy my food
I buy
from
my
a shop
food
near
from a shop
where I live.
near live
Where I live.
where I live.
Can you buy apples at the shoe shop? Can you buy apples at the shoe shop? No, we can't
No,
buy
we
apples
can't
at a shoe shop.
uh,
Very good. Okay, next repeat. Gerund.
ja-
Gerund.
January,
Very good, Omar. Gerund.
gerund,
Preposition plus noun.
preposition and noun.
Plus noun. Very good. Okay, listen. A gerund is a noun that we make by putting the letters ing at the end of a verb. For example, speaking, eating, coming. In English, after a preposition, we use a noun. For example, on the table, after the lesson. If we want to say an action after a preposition, we use the gerund, not the infinitive. For example, we say for buying, for eating, for walking, for running, etc. Okay, let's practice. Do we use the gerund or the infinitive after a preposition? Do we use the gerund or the infinitive after a preposition? We use the gerund
We use gerund
after a
after
preposition.
the preposition.
Very good. Give me some examples. Give me some examples, please. Before coming,
Before coming,
after taking,
after
for
taking,
buying, etc.
or buying, etc.
Very good. Okay, so what is a gerund? What is a gerund? A gerund is a
A
noun
gerund
that
is a
we
noun
make by
that
putting,
we put by
huh?
putting
That we make By putting
Made by
the
putting
letters ing at
the
the end
letters
of
I
the
and
verb.
E at the end of the verb.
Very good. Okay, so now let's move on to reading. Very good. Okay, so our reading is at stage 3, paragraph page 134. Okay, and the last 34.
134.
And the last headword was if. Okay, start with a question. Do you want anything to drink at the moment?
Okay,
One, two.
my screen is still white. Wait a minute.
Okay, okay.
134.
134. And the headword was if, must, either or at the
Okay,
bottom. Still loading.
I clicked the wrong one.
Uh-huh.
Still white. Wait a minute.
Still white.
Okay, so 134 a lot.
At the bottom. Next one. If, must, either or.
Okay, okay. Do you want anything to eat at the moment? No, I don't want anything to eat at the moment. If she wants something to eat, where must she go? If she wants something to eat, she must go either home or to a restaurant.
Mhm.
Do you want anything to drink at the moment? No, I don't want anything to drink at the moment. If she wants something to drink, where must she go? If she wants something to drink, she must go either home or to a bar or a pub. If we want to eat in a restaurant, if you want to eat in a restaurant, what
About,
about how much money must you have? If you want to eat in a
one more,
restaurant,
one more. If I want.
if I want to
Mhm.
in a restaurant, I must have about 100 yen.
Very good.
If you want to hear people speaking
Chinese.
Chinese, which country must you go to? If I want to hear people speaking Chinese, I must go to China.
Very good.
Can you play the piano?
Oh, read the headword first. Play,
Oh,
piano.
play piano, guitar, football, tennis.
Mhm.
Can you play the piano? Yes, I can play the piano. Can you play football? No, I can't play football. Morning, afternoon, evening, night, bed, go to bed. Where do we say to people between around 6 a.m. and 12 p.m.? We say good morning to people between about 6 a.m. and 12 p.m. Is this final page right?
Next. Yep. Next one. 136.
Okay. 136.
Let's go.
What do we say to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.? We say good afternoon to people between about 12 p.m. and 5 p.m.
Very good. Okay, so we stop there for today, but very good. Very good reading, very good dictation, and very